Senator Yemi Adaramoto, who is the Senate spokesperson, to help explain precisely what are the rules guiding this and what could have transpired yesterday leading to raised voices. Senator Adaramoto, it's good to see you. Welcome and to Sunrise Daily. What precisely is the issue? What is in a senator's seat?
Well, good morning, and I want to say good morning to Nigerians and to my very good sisters. So I want to say good morning too, and Happy New Year, though belated. Yes, we ask that question. What is in a seat? The National Assembly, either the House of Representatives or the Senate, runs with rules, set-made rules for that matter. We call it standing rules. That's where we get all our orders, the standing, the orders, the standing rules, so on and so forth, that guide us. Now, part of this rule is Rule 6, which stipulates that the Senate President or the presiding officer can allot any seat anywhere within the chamber to any senator or House of Representatives member. That was what happened. Meaning that the Senate President would have been acting on behalf of the rest of the senators of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, giving a seat to any senator for that matter. Maybe the spokesperson. My seat has been changed 3 times. I didn't make any kind of fuse on it. But what happened yesterday was just perniciously funny. Because one, we believe that every senator must know that there are rules. And even where you have complaints, there are ways of even channeling your complaints. When some members of the opposite party, or even the subsisting party in power, is shifting allegiance, meaning that from PDP to APC, then it means that to the right-hand side, where APC members are, left-hand side, PDP and the other party members from other parties are. So when they move, when they shift, there is no reason, and it is even an aberration, to leave seats within. Maybe somebody must have been taken out of a seat where he was sitting before within the opposition party, then to the other side, which is the ruling party. So definitely there's going to be a vacant seat there. So in order to close all these vacant seats, Senator Ezewa has moved, Senator Leduoku has moved. Then definitely 2 seats are already vacant. So there's going to be a redigging, a reshuffle of the sitting order, the arrangement. So that was what happened yesterday. So when it was done, and then our own sister, our colleague, Senator Natasha Apoti, when she came, she saw it. Instead of going there, sit. If you think you are displeased, then you first of all sit on the seat allotted to you. When the Senate is now in session, you now raise up your hands to raise any order. That is when you now raise it up. But instead of doing that, sitting on the wrong seat, her previous seat, that she should have been notified. There's no way they notify you. It is when you get to the chamber that you know what is happening in the chamber. They don't write letters. They don't make phone calls. They don't send anything to somebody's email or any address or telegram that your seat is going to change. When you get there and you find out that your seat is in another place, if you are very confused, you approach the sergeant at arms. If that you are not satisfied, you approach the chief whip. If you are not satisfied, you approach the leadership, which is the Senate President. So none of this happened. So yesterday it was just, I saw it as just storming a teacup. Because
clearly,
shouldn't have at all.
Yeah, you just said something which is very important. You know, you just said that she clearly was not notified. She came there and she saw.
Nobody will ever notify you. You are never supposed to be notified.
You're not supposed to be notified. So you can
come. When you walk into the assembly, when you walk into the chamber, you are not the owner of the seat. You are not the private owner of any seat. No seat.
So you can come in. You could have been sitting somewhere. People have a sense of.
You could have been sitting somewhere.
And then all of a sudden, so every time you come in, you have to. Because I see that the seat of senators. Just a moment, sir.
Yes.
I see that the seats of senators and even the members of the House of Reps are labeled.
Yes.
And they're labeled in front.
Yes.
So what it means is that every time a member of the National Assembly comes in, they have to take a look.
Yes, when
it means you have to get your
you have to take
and look again.
Yes, when you take a look and it is not there, you call the sergeant at arms
to say, please, sorry, where is my new seat?
Yes, who will now locate?
Oh, Senator.
Because they don't.
Senator, even you must admit
that.
Just a moment. Even you must admit that that's a bit tardy.
No, it's not tardy. It's not tardy.
You don't think
it's tardy? Not tardy is this. Why it is not tardy is this. If, peradventure, they are shoveling seats. Peradventure, they are the shoveling seats. Are you telling me that they be writing letters to senators that tomorrow when you are coming,
well, maybe not necessarily
your seat is going to be numbered so? No. Because the seats are not numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Not necessarily.
It's only designated.
The idea,
it's only designated.
The idea is, isn't it courteous to let somebody know?
Yes.
That look, your chair is going to be changed from such and such a place.
To the extent of it being cautious is that when you get to the national, when you get to the chambers, and you find out that your seat has been moved, you now call the sergeant at arms immediately. That's why they are there. They are not there as decorative flowers.
I understand that.
That's why they are there.
Clearly, it's an issue. Just a second.
Wait.
Just a second, sir.
Let me tell you something.
Yes.
If you are asking that question, it means that seats are labeled according to numbers, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to 109. If it is like that, then it is pertinent. It will be easier to say that when you are coming tomorrow, your seat is no more number 10, it's now number 15. But seats are not labeled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
We understand that.
It is labeled according to your names. So once it is labeled according to your names, it is the duty of the sergeant at arms, even when you are coming in,
to let you know.
We
get that.
And then when the sergeant at arms, wait.
Well, hold on a second. You were talking.
Just a moment.
Just a moment.
Let's just say
now,
what you need.
We understand because what you're doing is you're basically letting us know what the rules are.
Yes.
And that is clear.
Yes.
What we're saying is clearly these rules may be a little faulty. Let me
explain. No, it's not.
Hold on, let me explain why.
Explain.
Because we can see from the past that Senator Akpabio had the same issue. Now we're seeing that Natasha is having the same issue.
No.
Is it still about changing of seats and not being told before?
It's not. Senator Akpabio was given a seat that the speaker, the microphone was not working. And he wanted to make contributions. There's no way you can make contributions when your microphone was not working. It's not about where he was seated. It was not where he was seated. It was because there were no gadgets that can make him be heard where he was taken to. So it's very different from where all gadgets are working. And now seats are not labeled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If seats are not labeled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, now tell me, how am I going to inform somebody whose seat has been changed that tomorrow when you are coming to the chambers, then your seat is where?
I mean,
unless if I say, instead of going to seat number 15, go to seat number 20.
I mean, I'm looking at it even from a workplace environment.
No.
Hold on a second.
Every workplace environment.
In a workplace environment like this one that we're in right now, if my seat in this office is being changed, the HR will notify me. The HR will notify me. She'll say, look, you've been changed from such a seat to such a seat. It's just courtesy. It's not because they need your permission to move you. It's just courtesy.
Do you know why they call that the chamber hallowed chamber? They call this hallowed chamber means, one, when you are coming into that chamber, you have to come early enough. That's one. Two, when you get in, then you ask questions. If you don't ask questions, when you get to your seat, your sitting place, and you find out that maybe there's a relocation, then you ask questions. And even if you say that, okay, for the mere fact that I've not been informed before, one, when you are being notified by the sergeant at arms that this is where your seat is now, and then when you are being notified even by the chief whip of the National Assembly that this is your seat now, so your best is to go to that seat. Then from there, you raise up your hands to raise your point of order.
Sorry, Senator,
now to complain.
I have to ask a question because you're telling us that we're actually running out of time.
Yeah.
I want to be able to get your thoughts on this. Yeah. There were some things that Senator Natasha said.
Yeah.
Albeit in the passionate,
yes,
and very angry and upset about everything.
What I did.
So the things that she's talked about, where she felt, at least what we inferred from the things that she said, she felt like she was being bullied, and she was saying, "Look, I will not be silenced. How? I will not." She said, "My bills are not being listened to. I'm not being treated with respect." Now, based on, I'm not saying she's right. Okay. Based on that thought process, as spokesperson of the Senate, is there something that you think should be looked into, some kind of mediation? Because she obviously feels like she's not being treated fairly. Is that something that as spokesperson of the Senate you would think about?
Now, my sister, let me tell you something. Even that one is very astonishing, very astounding. In fact, I did not even expect that one to even come up at all. One is that there are several motions and bills. Everyday members do bring up motions and bills. We have several, almost 1,000 in the Senate that are awaiting second reading. Likewise, and even mine as the spokesperson. And we have 5 hours every day to even work. And we don't work on only bills and motions alone. We have public petitions, we have personal explanation, we have matters of public interest. Then when a matter comes up, the Senate president cannot stop any senator from even contributing. If 108 senators said they wanted to contribute, the Senate president must recognize them. After all those things, meaning that in a day, there was little of those motions and the bills that could be taken. That is one. Then 2, has she ever approached the rules and business that were in charge of these motions and bills that was happening to my bills and my motions? 3, has she ever stood up in the Senate for self-explanation or that kind of constitutional reference with point of order that, Mr. Senate President, why are my bills pending that others are not pending? Mine are pending, and I'm the spokesperson in the Senate. Mine are pending too, because we know the workability. Maybe because some of us, we are not as experienced as each other at the same level. So that is about that one. But what we are saying is this: National Assembly is not for content creation in entertainment. It's not for it. It's not for content creation. It's not for me to play to gallery so that I want people to say that, yes, I want to play the underdog. I want people to think that, oh, they are victimizing me. Who?
You think she was playing a game?
Who? No. I'm not saying that one. I'm not saying that one. I'm saying that generally, National Assembly is for serious business. And, for example, if she is talking like that, like you said, that being bullied, being sidelined or whatever, as a first-timer, she had even had 3 committees that she was appointed as chairman.
Is it true that she was recently taken off one of them?
You are entitled to only one committee to be the chairman. You are entitled to only one, and she is in charge of foreign affairs, NGOs now. So you are entitled to only one.
Which one was she removed from?
Not removed. Okay. That was it. Let me tell you something about all these removed from or not removed from. Nobody was removed from anywhere. In the Senate, we are very much sure.
Okay.
We are very much sure. Some of our members do even ask that this is my core competence area. That please, this is where I can serve very well. And then she was initially local content, and now diaspora, foreign affairs, and NGOs, which I think, and I know because I am a member of that committee, and we were in that committee before together, while Senator Ume was the chairman, and then she was very active. So probably she now loved being in charge of, because Senator Ume has already been moved to be the chairman of Southeast Development Committee in the Senate. So somebody who is actively being moved to areas of our core competence, can you say that person is being bullied? Can you say that person is being sidelined? But what I want to say is that at the end of the day, when other senators from Kogi, when they now raised a kind of excuse for her, and then they asked for apology from the Senate, then she was sitting down And then she accepted, yes, that an infraction had been done. And then the Senate has pardoned. But what I'm saying is that the Senate president is not acting alone in any case. And then it's an institution. So the Senate president must be looked beyond Senator Goldstein Akpabio. Must be looked at Senate.
So just so I can get clarification on that last thing you said there, because my next question was going to be, what next? What next? What's going to happen next? Is she going to be punished? Is she
no.
apologize?
That one is the National Assembly is not a graveyard.
Okay.
So people will raise voices at times, and then when we raise voices, we are human beings, and then the raw materials to lawmaking is human beings, and then when it is human beings, we have different people, different approaches to issues.
So the words of the Senate president saying that this will be looked at another deal, we dealt with. What does that mean? What does that mean?
Oh, it's not a recompense against. It's not a recompense against the senator because her colleagues from Kogi State, Senator Issa Jibril, representing others, had already tendered apology on her behalf, and then the Senate as a whole had already accepted that tendered apology, so we are not going to revisit that.
Yeah, but looking at how much, ruckus have been caused around seats, do you think that, perhaps the Senate, because, whilst it might be that maybe there were other underlying issues, it's not clear.
No.
Do you think that, the Senate might want to take a second look at how people are moved? Because it is very interesting that Senator Akpabio had the same issue. There was a misunderstanding.
There was a reason for his
voices were raised and tempers flared.
There was a reason for Senator Akpabio.
I wish we could see the full length of the video.
Yes,
I knew it. The Senate president had to.
We were in Nigeria then.
Oh, great! I'm glad that you were.
I was not in the National Assembly then.
Yes, I'm glad.
So
I'm glad you saw that.
But I have seen the snippets.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that. Do you think, given that it was a matter of sitting as well, do you think that the Senate might be willing to look at how these things are done in such a way that people don't feel
what's wrong with the little courtesy of telling somebody? Even
if you don't know, the precise thing,
what's the big deal?
Look, let me tell you something. Rules cannot change over one person. That is one. That is one.
It's not one
Rules
person now. We're saying that this is something we've noticed now.
The duty of the presiding officer is to realign, rearrange. And when it is done, it is the duty of the sergeant at arms to lead you if there is any confusion at all, if there is any problem at all, to sort you out. And when the sergeant at arms cannot sort you out, then you revert to the leadership. But like you rightly asked my sister, is that the issue of city shouldn't even be a priority. Number one is that the leadership can use any criteria in city. They can say ranking. They can say, okay, ranking, 2 times, 3 times, sit here. Then newly come, sit here. They can use that criteria. They can decide to say, we want to use according to alphabetical order. They can use that one too. Once they do that one, and you know that is what they have used, then definitely we comply because it becomes the rule of the Senate.
Okay, I think that is taken. I think it's a fine place to leave it.
It becomes the rule of the Senate.
That's what the senators have agreed.
Yes, that is rule 6.
So as long as it is in the rule book,
6. You can even be in the Senate. You can even be in the chamber, and then the leadership can call you and say, please, Senator, move to this side, move to this also place. Senator
Daramodu, you have just said that your ranking can be used, and oftentimes these things are a matter of advantage. Do you think that sitting could also be punitive?
No, it can never be punitive because there's nowhere in the Senate that you sit that you will not be noticed. Our former Senate president, Senator Ahmad Lawan, chooses to be sitting at the back. He is supposed to be in the front.
Did you say he chose?
Yeah. Why I said chooses? Because he did not agitate. He did not make...
In other words, he was not seated there, but he chose to be there.
You understand what I'm saying? I said, if you are put in a place and you did not make any noise against it, it means that you have chosen to be there.
Okay.
At least he was the former Senate president of Nigeria. So definitely, if he chooses to be at the back, who am I as a first-timer senator to say that I cannot sit at the back? Does that one impede me from making laws? Does it impede me from raising up my hands? Does it impede me from being noticed by the presiding officer. It doesn't.
Senator Adaramodu.
It doesn't. So geography of the chamber does not determine your efficiency.
Okay. We have to say.
All I know is
have to say goodbye.
All I'm saying is that we as senators,
yes,
we as representatives of the people, we are not content creators.
You make the point again.
So
Senator, we have to thank you very much for coming on the program today. Senator Yemi Adaramodu is a spokesperson of the Senate, and he's been explaining to us just what is in his seat. Thank you so much for your time with us this morning.
Thank you very much for